all Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the West. More specifically, we are back in Hollywood, right here off of Hollywood Boulevard. I wanted to peek at something really quick before we got started today. Yeah, just look at this right here. We have the almost the entire section of Hollywood Boulevard is covered up with a tent. They're getting ready for the Academy Awards. Apparently it's this Sunday. Oh yeah, there's a big advertisement for it right there. Yeah, they shut down almost this entire strip here in front of the Chinese Theater, the Dolby Theater, the place where they film Jimmy Kimmel and all that. That street is closed. You can't drive down there. And this has been going on for over a week now. They've been closing off this area, tenting it in, I guess, for the Oscar celebration. Sticking with the Hollywood theme, we are going to be visiting the Hollywood Museum today. This is an amazing collection of movie props and costumes and other interesting artifacts from movies. It's actually here. This building is the Max Factor building. It's actually the home of the Max Factor line of makeup and cosmetics. It's a historical building housing a historical collection of Hollywood artifacts. You can see here right in front of the door, we're greeted by Miss Marilyn Monroe in her famous pose where her dress was blown up from a sewer grate. This front section preserves some of the history of the building and the Max Factor company, the different makeups that they made that were used in Hollywood. We saw them setting up for the Academy Awards outside. You see some Academy Awards in here. This is an Academy Award from 1945. Went to James Dunn for the movie A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. This is interesting. I have some various wigs here. This is John Wayne's wig from the Alamo. Elizabeth Taylor's wig from Cleopatra. And there's a wig belonging to Frank Sinatra. You can see the makeup room in here. More celebration of the Max Factor line of makeup. You can see the makeup station here where actresses could get all dolled up for their movies. And what's interesting about this makeup room is that it is only for redheads. I guess they had specific makeup to use on redheads. Here's the brunette makeup room here. Now this is completely insane. This is the beauty calibration machine made by Max Factor. You can see him using the machine right there. And apparently this was based on like pseudosciences like phrenology, and he decided that he had perfectly calibrated the perfect face, the perfect beautiful face, and would use this machine to see where the flaws in your head were, so that he could use makeup to fix those flaws. That is like cosmetic mad science. In the blondes room, and yeah, it does explain that Max Factor had certain makeup that he believed, you know, would work for women of different complexions and hair colors. And so yeah, there's the blonde mannequin there. And it says this is some of Marilyn Monroe's makeup here. This is a dress that Marilyn Monroe wore on her honeymoon. And there is Marilyn Monroe's makeup chair. This is for brunettes. Wait a minute, what's the difference between a brunette and a brownette? Maybe I don't understand hair color. And there's a dress from the Judy Garland show. I like how they helpfully put a cardboard cutout of her face. Here's I guess a costume from Monster-in-Law. That is Jane Fonda. You can see her by her cardboard face there. Now it says that these ruby slippers were seen in the movie. I don't know if that is an undisputed fact. It was my knowledge that there was only 3 pairs of the slippers left, and I don't recall the Hollywood Museum having one of them. So I don't know. What do you feel that these are a set of real ruby slippers? Leave a comment in the comment section. I know that there's one pair at the Smithsonian, one at the Academy Awards, I think one at the Judy Garland Museum. I don't I don't know what these are. Well, I wonder back here, and oh, look at this. What's going on in this room here? Oh, you can see some masks from Planet of the Apes. This is amazing. One of my favorite movies, Planet of the Apes. And look at these masks here. These were the there was like a society of people that lived underground and worshipped the nuclear bomb. That's pretty amazing. I definitely love these movies. Now it looks like they have a nice collection of Planet of the Apes props. You can see there, those are the people that lived underground. You can see there with the hood on it, that's their artificial face. They would remove it to show the scary face underneath. Looks like there's some prop weapons there as well. See some of the partial makeup there from Planet of the Apes. See some of the ape costumes there. There's Roddy McDowell played Cornelius there in the Planet of the Apes. Seriously, these are such good movies. I want to go back and watch Planet of the Apes right now. And we don't stop with just the original Planet of the Apes series. Here is the space pod from the Mark Wahlberg version of the movies. And guess what? People dislike this movie strongly. People hate this movie. I like it. I pretty much love any Planet of the Apes movie. Like all the reboots, everything. I like the new ones, I like the Wahlberg ones, and I like the original. You see the space pod here. Oh, is that Marky Mark right there? And they do have some costumes from the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the modern version of the series, which I do love. But I don't know, the apes are too ape-like. I kind of like the half ape, half human hybrids from the other movies. We have actually some props from Casablanca. Some shot glasses there from Rick's Cafe in Casablanca. Over here we have some Star Wars props. Darth Vader right next to a C-3PO. And look how much taller Darth Vader is than C-3PO, man. He's a tall guy. Either that or C-3PO is really short. Oh, look who's up there in the rafters. We got Sully from Monster Inc. Oh, there's Mike Wachowski. Is it Mike Wachowski there next to him? These are masks from the last Starfighter, and I've never seen this, but I do love these monster masks. I'm a big fan of like practical monster masks, creature design, and yeah, it's pretty amazing there. Oh, look at this guy with his teeth, and this guy kind of looks like a sad thing from Fantastic Four. Here's some little monster babies from the 1980 show V, aired on NBC. Never saw this. This is another one I've never seen, but I love the little monster design there. You can see another little monster baby. He's got some animatronics coming out of his bottom part. He's like a little monster puppet there. Yeah, I love these evil little babies. Oh, there's a costume from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. I remember actually watching. I was in middle school, and I actually got hooked on watching Power. I don't know why. Every day I would get home from school and I'd watch the Power Rangers. I don't know if I was sure why then, but something about it transfixed me. Looking down here, they have another space pod there. It says that's from Supernova, and these very strange rabbit legs. These are like giant legs with rabbit heads on them. It says this is from Along Came Polly. Now I have seen that. I don't specifically remember the rabbit heads. Oh, and look who we got up there. Look at his dead eyes. They're black like a dove's eyes. And this is the collection of Joe Ackerman, who was known as Hollywood's beloved autographed hound. Says that I guess he's one of the most impressive collections of autographs. You can see he's got autographs of the Three Stooges there. Oh, there's the cast of The Jerk. It is quite a fascinating collection of autographs. Interesting, I don't know. Are autographs still a big deal? Do people collect autographs? I feel like in modern times that selfies, people collect selfies of famous people rather than necessarily autographs, but I could be wrong. Oh look, we got the cast of the Popeye movie. I need to go back and watch that. But the collection of autographs here definitely legitimate. The Gone with the Wind, the entire cast of Gone with the Wind, cast of Citizen Kane, which is renowned as one of the greatest movies of all time. You got Casablanca, and even the Wizard of Oz. That's pretty amazing, the cast of the Wizard of Oz there. And here we have a genuine chunk of the Hollywood sign. You can see very weathered piece right here. It's got bullet holes, it's got graffiti, just people scrawling their names in it, but this was originally a piece of the H on the Hollywood sign. We have some costumes from Gilligan's Island, a absolute beloved show from my childhood. I was obsessed with the show. I never could understand how they got stuck on the island so long. You always figured that you know, they could take some trees and maybe make a boat of some sort. But anyways, it was a wonderful show. There's Gilligan costume there, and Mary Ann. There is a outfit from Running Man, starring Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. All right, time to head upstairs. Supposedly there is 2 floors above this, and then a floor in the basement. Here's the private executive office for Max Factor. Let's see who's in there. Yikes, who is that? As we enter in through here, we can see the Ghostbuster collection. You can see the Ecto-1 in there, the ambulance hearse converted into a ghost fighting machine. There's one of those monstrous dog creatures. Those always terrified me as a child. It's the back of the Ecto-1 there. Look at the Ghostbuster outfit and the proton pack there. There's Slimer up there. He was one of the bad guys from the first movie, and actually was a terrifying monster. But then in the cartoon version, he actually became like their buddy and mascot. We have some more Ghostbuster stuff in this case. Those iconic goggles, the colander hat worn by Rick Moranis. We have this smashed taxi. I don't know if that was like used as a miniature. This flattened taxi right there. There we have the dancing toaster from Ghostbusters 2. It says this is a screen-used utility belt worn by Winston Zedmore. Again, I do love the practice of putting the cutout cardboard head on top of the costume. It really helps you identify the costume. These are costumes from Mad Men here. An exhibit here on the Pointer Sisters and some of their wild outfits over the years. Just so yeah, some very fascinating outfits. And look at that. That is a chair of some sort. As some sort of sitting device. Big giant orange fluffy coat there. Some of these wild jumpsuits. And then just look at that space dress right there. That is crazy. Here's a interesting costume. Incorporates some controversial, stereotypical elements in the costume there. Some items from the movie Smokey and the Bandit, starring Burt Reynolds. And we have a roll of toilet paper here. Said Sheriff Buford T. Justice toilet paper said that Sheriff had toilet paper streaming out of his pants right there. Yeah, I've never got a chance to see Smokey and the Bandit. Is Burt Reynolds, does he play Smokey or does he play the Bandit? This exhibit on the Little Rascals, also known as Our Gang. You can see this is George Spanky McFarlane's outfit there. There we have Alpha from Little Rascals. Look at that. I don't know what's happening here with this figure. And our little dog, Pete, the pup there with the iconic circle drawn around his eye. Oh, and there we spotted another Academy Award there. Honorary Academy Award to Hal Roach. Heading up to the 3rd floor. And look who is here to greet us on the 3rd floor. Some superheroes here. Of course, we have the Adam West Batman from the 1960s Batman series, which I feel is one of the greatest television shows of all time. You got Batman, Robin, and Batgirl there. I don't remember this specifically, but did Batgirl have like a doily around her walkie-talkie there? That's, I don't know, something's deeply hilarious about that. Yeah, in addition to the 1960s Batman cast, we also have the Christopher Reeves Superman and the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. Now this is super cool here. They basically have the history of Catwoman here, all the various incarnations of Catwoman from all the different movies and television shows. In the original 1960s Batman, Catwoman was played by 3 different actresses. This is Lee Merriweather, who played in the 1960s Batman movie. And 2 of the most beloved Catwoman here, we have Julie Newmar and then Eartha Kitt back there in the chair. These are both of these played absolutely classic versions of Catwoman in the 1960s show. But who could forget Michelle Pfeiffer, who played Catwoman in the Michael Keaton Batman movies. I will never forget Michelle Pfeiffer in these movies. And look at that, look at her claw. She's got like these like gnarly homemade hooks on her claws. Now unfortunately, Halle Berry had a rough go of things as Catwoman movie that she was in. It was a movie where Catwoman was the focal point, and unfortunately it was seen as one of the worst movies of all time for some reason. And there is Anne Hathaway. Now I don't think the character was ever referred to as Catwoman. She was in the Christian Bale Batman movies. They just called her Selina Kyle her given name. I don't know. I kind of wish that they wouldn't be cheeky like that and just go ahead and just call her Catwoman. Come on, what's the big deal? Some items here from the Batman TV show. These are screen-used gloves and a screen-used utility belt. It's like a giant diamond there that maybe some villain would steal. It says that this replica bat phone was used in the 2003 TV movie Return to the Batcave: The Misadventures of Adam and Bert. I have never heard of that. What is Return to the Batcave? I'm gonna have to definitely look that one up. And there is the bat phone signed by Adam West and Burt Ward. Yeah, I just love this show. The incredible like cast of super fun villains they had. This show was officially a hoot. That says these are some of the original costumes worn by Adam West and Burt Ward. It says that these costumes had degraded over the years. You can see the Adam West costume there. The colors have changed. The cloth has turned a light purple color, but still really cool to be able to see the original costumes there. This is Batman's Batcycle there. Batman would ride in the main motorcycle, and then Robin would ride in the sidecar there. That could actually detach and become its own little go-kart. Now Jen is a massive fan of the original 60s Batman series. The other day she just told me how much she loved the King Tut character. Apparently it was a archaeologist who when he gets bonked on the head, he thinks that he's King Tut. Here's an exhibit on the usage of drag in Hollywood movies featuring various different drag performers. There's the Harry Potter robe there. I guess these are all the different wands used in the movies, all the different characters, individual wands. Here we have some figures from It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. I think it's four Mads there in the title. Now, again, that's not something I've not seen, but I do, I do appreciate these mannequins here. Now we have the incredibly iconic Pee Wee Herman suit. They don't need to put a cardboard Pee Wee Herman head on top of that because no one else wears a suit like that. And then there we have the iconic bicycle, the focal point, the MacGuffin, if you will, of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Spent the entire movie trying to hunt down his bicycle. There's the robe and boxing gloves of Rocky. Another wonderful, wonderful film. Back here, some costumes from Ben-Hur. See that chainmail outfit right there. We have Tony Soprano's outfit there, along with Carmela Soprano. And of course, one of the most iconic movie cars of all time, in the DeLorean time machine. You can see Marty McFly and his girlfriend back there. And then out in front, we've got these newspapers from the 1955 timeline. All these bad things happening. Dr. Brown is committed. Biff is the luckiest man on Earth. Biff wins again. You can see the transition here. George McFly murdered. And then you have the blank article there. And then George McFly honored. There's Marty McFly Jr.'s baseball cap. Has all the different weird coloration to it. And I guess that's Biff's bat. His futuristic bat that he uses for smashing. Here is the less famous Back to the Future vehicle. It's Marty McFly's truck. And there we have, balancing on the infamous hoverboard, we have Mr. Marty McFly. Here we have a Stranger Things prop there. That's the helmet that Eleven would wear during her sessions at the lab, where she would float underwater to take advantage of her psychic powers. Now finally, it's time to head down to the basement, where we will experience monsters, mummies, and mayhem. Oh no, look at that. It's a super spooky skeleton peeking out from behind the curtain as we head downward to the spookiest part of any building, the basement. Oh, look at this. There's all these like dried leaves and wood chips down here. Oh, jeez. Okay. Got all psyched out there for a second. I saw Jason. And who is lurking under the stairs? Well, it's Frankenstein and his wife. Although, whose dead corpse is that? Okay, let's see. Where are we going? Do we want safety or certain death? I know that you guys want me to head towards certain death, so here we go. And who do we have hiding in here? Oh, we have Dr. Loomis, cardboard-headed Dr. Loomis, and then Michael Myers, and then down there we have Michael Myers' little niece. These are from the movie Van Helsing. I think these must be Dracula's brides here. Is it just me, or is there a lot of Jasons down here? He's got a big machete. And here's the mask from Jason Goes to Hell. There we have excessively spooky clown Pennywise right there. And then the little cursed doll, Annabelle. Boris Karloff's mummy down there. Here we have Vampira, which was the original horror hostess on TV. She actually predates Elvira. And apparently Vampira herself was inspired by Morticia Addams. Some of Vampira's personal effects. We have these see-through gloves with these long red nails on them. And that leads us to Elvira, the iconic 80s horror host. She even had her own movie at one point. Here we have The Rock from the Scorpion King. Let's see here all the different sarcophaguses and mummies. Oh, look at this terrifying wolf's head from The Howling. Yeah, look at his vicious teeth there. There's Otis from House of 1,000 Corpses. For some reason, he's got Freddy Krueger's head on a hook down there. And for some reason, in this case, we have some props from the Flintstone movies. You can see this tablet there, the carved in stone, and silly dinosaur hat there. It's a horror movie I'm not familiar with. Uncle Sam, or I guess a deranged Uncle Sam, is some sort of slasher villain. See Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean, but who's that down in that chest right there? Take a peek. Oh my gosh, what is that? Yeah, a lot of spookiness down here in the basement area. Look at that. Oh, look at that. See the eyes peeking out. Who is that? There we have the cast of the Walking Dead, the show that finally ended. Now this is Sarah Michelle Gellar's corpse from I Know What You Did Last Summer. In this tableau, we see this movie starlet. She's looking at a handheld mirror of herself, looking at her own beautiful face. But then when we look into the mirror, we find, oh my gosh, her face is that of a horrific monster. Now some more just random ghouls here in the corner. What is this guy? This guy's massive, terrifying head there. And then look down here. This dead body here is from the movie Dead Presidents. Wonder which dead president that is. Is that it's not Abe Lincoln. He doesn't have a beard. Here is the dog from the Sandlot. I guess I never realized the Sandlot was a horror film. And yeah, look at that. That is monstrous and terrifying. And there you got Mr. Freddy Krueger. Costumes from Sweeney Todd. There's Sacha Baron Cohen's outfit. I guess he was the villain of the film. There's some sticks, some of those witch sticks from the Blair Witch Project. There is a ghost remover from the 13 Ghosts. I guess the movie's gimmick was that you could have a ghost viewer, so you would look through the red part if you wanted to see the ghosts in the film, and then look through the blue part if you didn't want to see the ghosts. That'd be really cool. That'd be a really cool movie experience. You should definitely bring stuff like that back. Some wax heads here, used in Deep Blue Sea. I guess the shark ate their bodies. Look at the severed fingers down there. Yikes. So it's time to head here through the prison doors. Walk down this spooky hallway here. You can see the padded room there. And then we have different jail cells that we pass by. And then, oh, check out this last cell here. The chair in front of it. We have the personal prison cell of Mr. Hannibal Lecter there. Oh, he got his drawings up on the wall. He's got his mask that stops him from eating people. Looks like he's reading a few comic books there on his bed. Bessie Love, Stella Adler. This one's upside down. Andrew L. Stone, Kristen Flagstad. Yeah, taking one last stroll here along Hollywood Boulevard. I'm actually planning on leaving the Los Angeles area tomorrow. I've been here for a while now. I think I've been at least 3 weeks. I've been in Southern California. I did take a week down in San Diego, but I've been here quite a while. I think we're gonna head north. My plan is still gestating, still coming together. What exactly where exactly I'm gonna be traveling, what exactly I'm gonna be showing. But yeah, I just wanted to take one last look at this wonderfully strange place, Hollywood Boulevard. Oh, check this out. We have a Hollywood Boulevard Zoltar there. Well, that's a nice turban. I don't think I've seen that turban before. Oh, there we go.
My name is Zoltar the Gypsy, and I have some words of wisdom to bring you much happiness. As you travel through this life, remember this. If you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Go ahead and let Zoltar tell you more.
Now, when I first showed up here in Hollywood with Jen, one of the first things we did was we went on a tour. We got into a van and did a tour of the stars' houses here in Hollywood, as you do. And I was looking at one across the street. That's not the same tour we took, so I don't want to apply anything to them. But yeah, I did some research. Some of you guys commented on that video. I hadn't had a chance to address that. I should have mentioned it in an earlier video, but yeah, some of you guys commented that there was some inaccuracies in the claims made on the tour. And yeah, I did some research, and just about everything on that tour was a complete lie. And I guess, I don't know, it's interesting. Is that just the Hollywood version of sports entertainment? Is it okay? Is it okay for them to lie on those tours to make the tour more interesting? Or is it a ripoff to just drive around and be like, that house, that's Robert De Niro's, that's Johnny Depp's, that's Will Smith's. Is that dishonest? I think it is dishonest. But yeah, I just wanted to address the fact. I don't know if all the tours are that way, but the particular one I wrote, you can go back and watch that video. Everything in that video described on the tour, that as far as I get, there might be some true things mixed in there, but there was a lot of lies. There's a lot of lies. I feel like I feel a little silly, but just want to address that here. That I'm certainly not trying to spread any mistruths, but that was my experience on that Hollywood tour. Names on the sidewalk. Another Shaka Khan star. It's a neon clock there. Not sure what that's trying to say. Jess Lasky, Lowell Thomas, Ben Alexander, Hal Moore, Bob Hawke, Melissa Gilbert. Come back here to the Funko Store on Hollywood Boulevard. I actually filmed this a few weeks ago, but wanted to check back in because they actually had closed down one of the rooms before I had a chance to check it out. See the MTV Moon Man there. What was that, the Video Music Award? Was an astronaut. And this was the room I didn't get a chance to check out last time. You enter through this giant TV here. Look at this, the haunted house there with the those cereal mascots, the Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and then my favorite was always Boo Berry. Always, he was harder to find. The Boo Berry cereal was harder to find, so I was always looking for Boo Berry. You have the giant Jetsons lunchbox, and who was the name of their robot maid? What was her name? You can see the Captain Crunch bowl right here. There's Mr. Captain Crunch himself. Who is this guy though? Is this one of his friends? Drowning in sugary milk. Fred Flintstone here looks like he wants to invite us to sit in his car. I noticed this sign here says please do not climb on the displays. Would sitting next to him count as climbing, or is climbing different than sitting? It's a Huckleberry Hound Pez dispenser, because we have the Kool-Aid Man bursting forth from the wall as he does. Then we have Sprout sitting up there on the wall. Wonder where the Jolly Green Giant is. Look at this case here with the devil horns and googly eyes. I guess they have some Ninja Turtle Funkos in his mouth. The carousel here in the middle of the room looks like we got a Sour Patch Kid riding on the horse. In addition to the Sour Patch Kid, we have a Pink Peep. There's a marshmallow rabbit there. Then on the last horse, we have the owl from the old Tootsie Pop commercials. This candy stand here, we have Twinkie the Kid, the mascot for Twinkies. And Marvin the Martian there in front of the window. Then next to the giant bag of Cheetos, we have Chester Cheetah. You know what? I never liked Cheetos that much. I remember other kids were crazy about Cheetos, and I don't know, I just didn't get it. And we got the Pillsbury Doughboy, and then is this the mascot for Pez? It's like a old airline stewardess. Is that Pez's mascot? Lewis Jordan, Walter O'Keefe. That one's blank. Helen Ferguson. Oh, I remember Lassie. Phil Silvers, Jack Benny, Rich Little, Mickey Rooney, George Putnam. Oh, Ronald Reagan. Gene Autry has more stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame than anyone else, and I have no idea who he is. Count Basie, Phil Harris, David Duchovny, George Burns, Gillian Anderson. Another Gene Autry star, I swear. He's everywhere. And there's Eartha Kitt. We saw her in the Catwoman exhibit at the Hollywood Museum. Ruth Raymond, Herb Jeffries, Ed Gardner, the Watson family. Ruby Keeler, George M. Cohan. Oh, that one's gross. Look at that. Broderick Crawford. So that is goodbye for now for Hollywood Boulevard. I did make a purchase at the Funko shop. I did pick up a little present for Jen. I've got her this talking. Oh, there he goes. This talking Darth Vader giant Funko bobblehead. So don't tell Jen. I want this to be a secret for when I get back to New York. But we'll be heading. Again, I'm still mapping out my plans for the upcoming days and weeks. We're gonna head north, I think. I don't know if tomorrow I'm gonna do something in Los Angeles or just head out. But I think I'm gonna be heading north for at least a little bit And at some point, we're gonna have to start heading east, back to where my car is. For those of you who've been asking, no updates on my car. Last update I got was that it would be ready at, it would be, the earliest to be ready would be the middle of March. And that was the last I've heard of it. Middle of March coming up. So possibly the car is going to be ready at some point, but you know, I'm just moving on with my life until they let me know, and then I will head back to the city of Columbus, Ohio. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like these videos, please subscribe. If I travel around the country, I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun stuff. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop, and I'm also now on Cameo, where I can give personalized greetings messages, wish people happy birthday, happy anniversary, all that fun stuff. And again, all that information's in the description, and all that helps keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Till next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.